believe me, every venue is watching this right now, and they're like, just say our name because we know how good we are, but we're not going to do that. Sorry, we like everyone equally. There's definitely like a lot to take into consideration. I think most people end up playing at a venue that's in close proximity to where they live. I think that but like if that venue is in close proximity and hits all the marks, like that's a double win. We are in the middle of a frozen tundra right now, which sucks for anyone on any coast, really. No, that's not true. California, Florida, I guess they have pretty good weather right now.
I don't know about that. People are complaining about 68-degree weather in Florida. They are.
Yeah. Everyone's dealing with cold. But we've been playing inside now for a few months, and we talk about the fact that when you go inside, it gets expensive, but there are so many other factors.
Thank goodness for the indoor places, because otherwise we would not be playing.
Yeah. So, first of all, we just want to say thank you. We know that,
we have so many options now.
So many options, but venturing out into I'm going to open a pickleball place is like a giant undertaking. So we just want to say thanks up front.
We benefit from it.
Definitely. But we're the Salty Pickles, so we do want to give our feedback on indoor venues.
We've been to enough places.
Yeah, we've been to almost all of it. I think between the two of us.
Yeah. We have
right?
Been.
We were just in our heads going through it, and I think we've pretty much hit up every spot.
As soon as you walk into a place, you get a vibe. And
Yeah.
it's a place that you want to play at.
Yeah.
You know, I like brightness. As soon as I walk in, I like smiling faces greeting me, right?
Where do you walk in and they're like, ugh?
Or, no, not that they're, but I need somebody present at the front desk to greet me. And if I can't book a court online and I need to call in for some reason, I need somebody to pick up the phone. So when they pick up, that makes me feel good. You know, so it's part of the vibe.
It's professionalism generally.
Right, customer service.
Yeah, I think you have to walk in, again, I feel like in so many videos I talk about visual aesthetic of things, but you have to walk in and feel, it has to feel good.
And we don't ask for a lot, I don't think.
No.
Because you actually like simple layouts and stuff like that.
I think that color scheme is one of the, from a visual standpoint, one of the first things you notice is the color scheme of a place. And I think so many places have been nailing it, but there are a few that are wild. And I think you can get used to playing in any environment.
Right.
But I don't think it's favorable to be oh.
Do you want to talk about a specific color you're thinking of?
No, I don't want to.
Because then people can figure out which place we're talking about.
No, I don't want to. I don't. But I love a high contrast. Meaning the walls in the space, right? High contrast, either black or bright white, I think is great. So what either of those are going to do, just a little lesson in light here. Black is going to absorb light. So when you go to a place that has super bright lights and their interior walls are black, it's going to absorb that light, and it's just going to make the light on the court that much brighter. And when you go to a place where the lighting isn't great, but they're using bright white around the walls, I think it also helps. That light's going to balance it out. It's going to reflect off the walls and make the space brighter. I do not like places where it's a neutral color on the walls or a wacky color on the walls, right? I don't think that's helpful. I think there's not enough contrast between the court and the space.
I feel like a lot of places don't get it right. You know, it's really hard to get right. I think it's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't really know how to resolve that issue, but I have to. What was the color of the wall of the place that we were just at?
Black.
Was it black? See, I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Because it was that bright.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
If you get that lighting right, where it's so bright, the black is going to absorb it so that the light is, it feels like it's brighter on the court. And that's where you get that evenness from. So I think that they got the lighting right.
If the place is friendly and they're nice and they're not nickel and diming me, I will go back to that place even if I'm not crazy about the color scheme.
Yeah.
I'll play through the fuzz and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Play through the fuzz. Is that a cleanliness? Is that a note on cleanliness?
It could be a little bit of that, or because of the lighting, I can't really see across the court from me.
Yeah. Lighting is huge. Everywhere we have played, someone that we know has an issue with the lighting. I feel like there's one or two venues that everyone's like, can agree,
right.
this lighting is really good here.
There's always like some sort of shadow. If you're on one side of the court, there's a shadow, so people prefer the opposite side and stuff. But I have been to a place recently where I didn't have my contact lens in, and I was able to see across the court from me because the lighting was great, and I think the color scheme was great. So it has, everything balanced and worked out for me.
Yeah. I think when the lighting is super bright and across the court, it's great. There's no shadows, which is the point. There should be no shadows. Right. And people will be like, but when you look up, of course. When you look up and look into any light, it's going to be an issue.
But why can't they figure that out, though? But even playing outdoors, you look up and you've got the sun issue, right?
So that's my point. Like, I'd rather the court be evenly lit, but I can't stand, like, looking up for a lob that happens, like, once or twice or an overhead in a game, fine. I can't stand when there's a light that's, like, constantly there that you can't get rid of, right? Yeah. That's, like, across from you or down from you.
So when you're playing in a tournament and you know this location, you know how you have to flip the coin and pick a side?
I always pick the other side.
Yeah. So if you know that, you would be able to choose the side that works for you. But
Absolutely.
People who don't, they're out of luck.
Yes. And I think more and more, I said from the very beginning, like, pickleball places need lighting designers to come in and address this situation. I think more and more it's getting better, but
they can't get it right.
No,
I guess there's no way to get it right.
I think there is.
There is?
I think there is, but
we have yet to see it.
Yeah.
The one place that we were just at recently, I felt like that was probably the closest.
Yeah.
And I was very happy with
and
the
if their ceilings were taller, which is another thing, I don't think it would have been as much of an issue. Like, I think they got the brightness correct.
Right.
But I think the ceilings were just a little bit low. I think if they were a little higher, it would have been better.
And then you did lose the ball in the light.
Yeah, but again, that's the point, right? It's going to, if you're looking directly into a spotlight, of course, you're going to lose your vision for a minute.
So the other thing besides the light is the flooring.
Yeah.
So when I leave a certain venue, if my knee hurts, I know that the floor is either concrete and they just kind of do a layer of a paint layer. And then there are maybe like 2 courts I know of that have really good flooring. Mm-hmm.
So with flooring, I've had people, I don't feel the difference in floors. I really don't. And my knee kind of either hurts or it doesn't. And I don't think it's because of the flooring. I think it's because I'm old. There are people that have said to me, that playing on that court is like playing on grass. And I'm like, I cannot feel that. Like I get it. Some are cushioned and really nice.
Like grass is a good thing?
Yeah, like soft. Like it feels really good on your joints and your knee. But I'm like,
you can't tell.
Maybe I should be more mindful of the floor that I'm playing on, but I can't tell. Going outdoor, playing on asphalt, like you said, or playing on concrete, sure, you can tell. But otherwise, I'm not like a huge like, oh, this floor feels like blah, 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 blah.
Well, until you start feeling it, then you'll appreciate the better flooring, you know?
Yeah, it's possible.
And if you go to a place where you see like a crack across, you know that it's probably concrete.
Yeah,
right?
oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a good point.
You don't like the rollout nets, do you?
No, I want permanent nets.
Yeah.
And I love nets that you can roll the ball under. So you can just hit it back and it just ones I love, like when you go to a place and the net goes all the way down and you try to roll it under and it's like and then like you still do it like the first 5 times, then you realize like, okay, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah. So the good old days of rolling out the net onto the court, those are gone.
I think so.
Yeah.
I really, there are movable nets that have a pretty solid structure to them now, and that you can put the wheel, like you can basically make them permanent by taking the wheels off, and then if you need to move them, I think those are really nice.
Maybe those courts they double as tennis courts also. That's why they have the rollout.
The rollout, right? Yeah, that's what we were used to. But I think even still, like the really flimsy nets, I think that those shouldn't be in indoor venues. I think, take the time to invest in really high quality nets, I think is important. Overall, for me, I feel like simple is better. Yeah. Oh my God. You know what we need to talk about? Barriers.
Ooh.
Barriers around courts. I feel like we have seen the worst and the best. The no barriers, the trying to use some temporary stuff that if you fall into, you will fall over.
Yes.
Like, or the ones that they have like these small kind of stanchions, I'll call them.
And they fall
they
over.
do not, the ball goes right up over them. But now I feel like, again, we're seeing really innovative solutions to barriers and dividers.
Right.
The fencing has come a really, really long way. It's gotten cleaner in the way that it visually looks.
Although that one place has fencing, but the fencing is so flimsy that every time I run and I knock into it, I probably could knock down the whole fence.
Yeah.
But there were so many times when I'm running and you know how you can't stop yourself and then you're at the fence.
Yeah.
I literally could knock down the whole fence and hurt myself badly.
Yeah. There's definitely, like, the cleaner you can get something, like, to look like as one unit or as a whole, I think aesthetically, like we were talking about in the beginning, is best. You don't want all these little pieces, right? Or all these little collage-y type looking things put together.
I have to say I was impressed with the kind of the saloon door.
Oh, yeah, you like that?
Yeah, I have never seen that before, and I thought that was cool.
Yeah, instead of the, like, gate or the
that you have
opening.
To move. Yeah, it was just a door
that
closed behind you. I thought that was very clever.
Yeah.
And nice looking, too.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But again, I've been returning to a particular court because the people are nice.
But you return to you say you return to a particular court. We play at almost every court. I don't play at any court consistently.
I do.
And there was, but you don't. Like, yes, you do, but not really.
Weekly.
Yes, of course, that's because you have a seasonal.
It's not a seasonal.
But it kind of is. But there was a venue that's coming on Long Island, and they put out a post that was like, would you play at one place if it was like good proximity to you or whatever?
Right.
And I actually filled out the survey and I said no, because I like the option of playing at all different places.
I agree with that.
I don't need to belong, right? This idea, someone pitched me the idea that their venue was like a country club. I don't need that. I don't need to belong to one pickleball place, just like outdoors. I like going to all different places.
Right, but then you're talking about people who, we know a lot of retired people who have more time than we do, I think. Like we usually go to a certain venue, we play for 2 hours, and then we're gone, right? With different groups. But I think there are people who are retired who can spend a little bit longer, so they do want that country club, loungy,
Yeah.
And then there's that membership thing that's going on, right? So I think price-wise, lots of places are offering memberships. So people do return to a certain place.
Sure.
A lot.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ready for the membership, just like you, because I like going to different places.
Yeah, we have friends across like where we live that like if someone asked me to play out east or whatever, like I want to play in different locations.
Although I'm less inclined to drive far though.
When we're talking about the idea of like a country club, right? I think that plays into like showers, bathrooms, etc. I don't need showers in a pickleball place, but again, this comes from this comes from the idea that like again, even in the summer when you're playing outside, right? Pickleball derived in a very different way than golf, right? When you talk about country club, you think about tennis or golf, right? The prestige of those sports is much different than pickleball. And I don't think that we should be trying to be that or be them.
Well, you're not trying to evolve. We're evolving.
It's not about evolution. It's about inclusivity. It's about feeling like this is a place where I belong. It's not this fancy schmancy place that I can't get into, right?
You don't need that country club feel.
No,
but I don't think it's a shower.
You don't think it's a shower?
I mean, it's a shower. It's not like you're at a country club. You sweat, you smell bad, go shower, and then go to lunch or dinner.
Yeah, I guess, no.
Or people run to work right after, so I think it's a good offer.
No, I think so, too. I guess I've never been the type to, like, go to a gym and shower. Like, I go home. Like, I make sure I go.
You're like setting yourself up. You're like, I don't shower.
That's not what I'm saying. I make sure I have the time if I'm going to a gym, which I don't go to because I have a beautiful garage gym at home.
You do.
That I would go to the gym and have time to go home and shower. I've never been like a public showerer.
It's a good option for people.
Ugh, I guess.
But I guess the pitch that it's like a country club was maybe like a little bit of a boastful and made it a turnoff for us because we don't need that. It's a shower. It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. But I will say, like, the cleanliness of a place, I think is important. You don't want to, there's a place on Long Island that has kind of become a little bit run down, and it's like you go there and there's like dust bunnies like rolling across the court, and it's
and the sheetrock, somebody punched the wall and they never patched it.
The whole thing, it's kind of falling apart and dilapidated and needs some help. But anyway, I think there's an extreme. There's that, and then there's like this super fancy, you don't feel like you can like sweat, you know what I mean? Like I feel like there's a fine line, and I feel like we've found those places. But even the place that you like to go to weekly, sometimes I'm like, they need to clean a little more.
Yeah, I think because it's a really big place. You're right, I agree. They do need to kind of like dust or vacuum or something. If the bathroom is not easily accessible when we're at a oh my goodness, especially with this one who has to go like 5 times in 2 hours. Imagine walking. Right?
I'm not saying anything.
You don't want to walk that far.
No, it's true.
Sometimes we do have to walk very far, and you look at the bathroom and you look at where the court is, and you're like, I think I'm just going to hold it.
And everyone like just wants to get back on the court, so you're like don't want to go in between points.
Or even during a tournament, like they're sneaking a run to the bathroom, and then it's time for them to get back on the court. We're all standing around waiting for them to get back, and it takes forever, So when the bathroom is,
you can't do it. I mean, they can't really do anything about. That's where the plumbing was in the. It's not like they have.
Yeah, but I mean, if you are designing the layout of this place, maybe think about making it easily accessible, like in the middle or somewhere.
In the middle of the bathroom.
Not in the middle. I mean, in the middle of all the, where the courts are located. Especially most of us being older or having bathroom issues.
I don't have bathroom issues. All right, let's talk about technology for a minute. Yeah. So. We like our old school courts, but even our old school courts are now installing cameras so that you can watch your games or replay certain points. It's exciting, like it's cool. I think people are gonna get like hyped up about it, but again, like, and this is just me, like I like things simple, like.
Yeah, I loved what the person who gave us a tour at that new place with the video challenge, television or whatever it is, and he said, I think in New York you'll use this a lot, and I'm thinking like, what does that mean? Does that mean New Yorkers are cheaters? Because they also have a club in Jersey, and they said. Oh, they don't really use that much, but New Yorkers will probably make use of this video challenge. Do we argue about everything?
Well, you make really bad line calls.
I do make really bad line calls. But then again, I think everyone does because we just can't see, It's not because we're cheating. We just can't see.
So fix the lighting. The bad line calls will stop. We won't need that. No.
And the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
So funny.
No, but like the recordings now that will record your full game, that's really cool. And there are clubs, one in particular that I'm thinking of, that you can record your entire session. And I think that's great. Like that's super helpful.
Yeah.
I personally take lessons there, and it's super helpful to have that recap and be able to see it, right? And be able to rewatch it. So I think that's special.
You love when you make an Ernie or something, and you're like, oh my goodness, what time
Oh my God. And then I go up to the front desk, and the people at the front desk are like, I don't know how this... I'm like, okay, tell the manager this is the time. No, I love to have it's fun to have those clips, right? Everybody loves that. So I think the technology, I mean, even like the line technology and stuff like that is going to continue to get better and better and better. So it's cool to see the indoor places come up with this. But listen, don't get too used to it, because then we're going to be outside and I'm going to be making all the bad line calls and you're not going to have any technology.
See, the sun's going to be in your eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's funny because imagine the time that you take to video challenge something and you have 2 hours of court time. Like how much time is that going to take away from your playing,
It can't be
that. Is it worth it?
Right.
But it's a nice feature to have. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
I don't like having a membership to a certain venue. But I do have loyalty to a certain place because I like to play there. It's easy, whatever. It's easy to get to, stuff like that. But if you're not going to upkeep your place, you might turn away customers. You know, like when you went to that one place the other day, and I was like, why would you go there with all the options that we have today?
Right.
It was, and it's not like it's a ton cheaper either.
Well, let's talk about that for a minute. So the reason we went there is because we were drilling, and it was just the two of us, and we're not going to pay $60 for a full court when it's just us. You know what I mean? Which brings me to my next point.
Oh, I like this.
When you are building a pickleball place.
Yeah.
And you are trying to squeeze courts in to make that few extra dollars a month. I know it's more than a few extra dollars. I'm not naive. And it has like columns. It's got this. Mm-hmm. Forget it. Don't try to squeeze in more courts.
Yeah.
Make really nice, good sized courts with space on the sides and make that area a lounge, a hangout, whatever it is, right?
Agreed.
I just hate these like skinny courts or whatever it is, and then it's like, half the price.
For drilling,
this is what I
can
think.
See it.
This is okay. I know I always have like these big ideas on the podcast. I think that there should be a place that's dedicated to drilling. That people are only allowed to go and drill there, and and get those reps in with their ball machine, whether they're drilling with partners, whatever it is. I don't know how that would work, but that's
not very flexible.
It's not very flexible.
I mean, I see what you're saying because they do rent out those courts for regular playing. Right. And they're just not fun to play on. People complain playing on there. Sometimes when we rent out courts, we rent 3 to 4 courts at a time. Somebody always gets stuck on that horrible side court with no space on the sides. I think it's great for drilling, but probably not for playing. So maybe, I don't know, don't rent them out for playing but they do make the cost cheaper. So I guess it's, if you're desperate, it's an option.
Yeah, if you're going to make the cost cheaper.
They do.
I also, I wish that, talking about drilling, there's some places that won't let you drill. You cannot bring in, you can't bring in a bucket of balls and drill. And I think that that's kind of, whatever too. Like, where are we supposed to drill then? Like, everyone's like, drill. If you're going to be part of this community and the idea is like, oh, we're going to make our players better, I don't think you should limit what they're able to do once they rent out a court. I feel like they should be able to do what they want on it.
So what is their reasoning behind that?
I think that it comes from the idea that like they have their own instructors, right? They want you to use their services, right? Which I understand, but also like if I want to bring a bucket of balls and a friend, like I feel like we should be able to do that. Right. But I remember like even at the town parks, we've gotten like called over and being like, excuse me, you can't give lessons here. And we're like, what? We're just two friends. Like, people don't know if you're just two equals drilling or if you are giving a lesson. So
it comes down to money. I mean, if they allow anyone to drill on a court, then I can bring in an outside instructor.
Right, and they wouldn't know, and you can be like, this is my friend.
Right. Yeah. So I can see that.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Let's talk about, like, food and drinks and bars and restaurants.
Yes, this is exciting.
Yeah, it's like a new kind of thing that's happening where restaurants, bars, I will say bars more than restaurants, are coming into these pickleball places. And like you said, making it a place you can basically stay all day because they're now feeding you and providing you with alcohol.
Yeah. I've always, before that one club opened with a beautiful bar, the nice big bar and the food, I always thought, my goodness, that's what they need. They need food and a bar. And now that we have that, I'm like, oh, you know what? I like the good old days where you can bring your cooler and you can, and they didn't care whether we brought in alcohol or not. Right. And I love that. And this one court that we went to the other day, they were like, I don't care. We don't have a bar, but you can bring in your own stuff. And I kind of like that. Yeah. I don't want to have to pay for my drinks because I have them. Yeah. But I do like that option too. I had a coworker say to me, pickleball isn't a real sport because you can drink and eat while doing it. So they literally in their head associated it with bowling alleys. Right. That's what it came down to, like, oh, you can't be taking this, which obviously is not true. But no one eats heavily when you're playing pickleball. They're like finger foods and stuff. And a lot of us who play won't eat. No, we unless we're like sitting out for like an hour.
But that's my point, right? Like that's why I like the simpler places. Like I want a place where I can go and play pickleball and go. To a bar after. I love. There's a few places that just have vending machines. Like great, if I need something really quick, there's vending machines. I can get drinks. Have refillable water stations.
That
the places that don't have them yet. I'm like, what? Come on, like that's like minimum have a refillable water station
because we do run out sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do like the option of the bar though. It's kind of nice for people who hang out. Yeah, especially if you're there for like 3 hours or for a tournament, it's always nice. Right.
I think that when you go into a place, another thing that's like a necessity is storage because you're going in the winter time, right?
Oh.
Have a place to hang your coats. Like each court should have like hooks to hang coats, bags, put your like belongings.
Yeah.
Because people are, again, it's not the summer. People aren't traveling light. Like you have
boots.
Right, you have a lot of stuff with you. So I think the ones that have figured out like storage systems and storage trees have been more successful.
I love how you say that you want simplicity, and yet you're like, I want
but I would.
want this,
oh my god, I should design. I'm going to design my own.
You should.
I should, and someone. I need money. If you want to invest in my Salty Pickles venue, let me know. And I say my, but I mean ours.
Ours? We have like $5.
we need money. We need money.
We need investors.
But if we made a Salty Pickles venue, it would be so good. No, but I
don't
say
even think about it.
Simplistic can be beautiful and can be designed really well. I'm telling you, I'm going to design. I'm going to design that venue.
Have you ever been in a place where you feel like you're in a cage when you're playing?
I'm trying to think. Kinda when you think of like ones that have like the full kind of net. Yeah, that's not, and it's not the best divider, right? When you like run into it, it's like, it gives you leeway, but you're like holding on for dear life.
Do you remember this one place where they used to have like the shower curtain thing?
Oh my god, yes.
And there's that one man that runs into it like 3 times a night, and he would pull the whole thing. And people on the side would say, there he goes again, fishing. It was very funny.
Yeah, there was not a lot of space in that venue.
Yeah, but I kind of miss the simplicity of those days though. Now with
when people didn't know what they were doing, they were just like trying.
This is great.
Right, I agree. No, like obviously our what we're talking about is like venues on Long Island, but obviously venues everywhere have become more and more kind of, the technology has advanced, they've become better and bigger and whatever. And like I know we always talk about Dallas, but we're about to travel to Florida too. Like these venues, they're kind of setting the bar for everywhere else. I feel like,
thank goodness.
So it's exciting. I know Long Island doesn't have a lot of space to begin with, so I think that's why we're trying to like pigeonhole into these smaller places. But they're getting bigger. There's some bigger ones out there that are exciting. They're hosting between 8 and 15 courts now, so it's pretty incredible. Let's talk about pro shops. That's like what they're called in golf terms. I guess they're called pro shops here. Let me know. What do you think about like having merch to sell that's like paddles, balls, etc.?
Well, the truth is,
I love this. When Dude's going to drop a truth bomb.
The truth is, I probably wouldn't shop at the pro shop unless I wanted to buy a shirt from the venue, with their logo or whatever. I would do that. But I probably wouldn't buy a paddle just because the price. I could probably get a better price online or something. I love supporting small businesses, so I probably would go to the shops that we have out here to buy paddles rather than buy them at pro shops.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not something, I think that those kind of stores within venues come out of necessity. Oh my god, I forgot my shoes. Like that's kind of crazy. That's like a crazy example, but you know what I mean. If they have shoes there, you're like, okay, I'll buy. Like
if you're desperate and you're 5 hours away from home, maybe. But like,
But I agree with you. They're not someplace that I would
and
necessarily.
they tend to jack the price up or whatever. So maybe not.
Yeah, I don't think it's needed.
Right, unless you forgot a pair of shorts or something.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, but I feel like they rarely have clothing unless it's like shirts, sweatshirts to promote their brand.
Right. And then I know you don't agree with me also on this, but maybe clubs should enforce like the dress code a little bit. And I'm talking about people who go in jeans to play. Like that's such a turnoff for me. It's like going to the gym and somebody next to you is in jeans, and I've seen that before. Because it's not appropriate attire for working out.
But it's not a safety issue. So again, I know I'm talking a lot about...
It is because you're not moving very well in jeans. Do you think you're moving well? It's kind of like playing in running shoes. I wouldn't suggest it either because it's not good for your ankles. So it is but a safety issue.
Yeah, I don't agree. Again, not to talk about bowling again. you have to wear certain shoes because you will get hurt if you do that, right?
Yeah.
Playing in jeans, let them play in jeans. If I want to wear a crop top, but my fat hangs out and that's...
Oh, I'm not talking about the crop top. I'm okay with that. That's fine if it's athletic.
It's just an example.
Oh, but you're making it sound like I have an issue with crop tops.
No, I'm saying anything. If I want to play in a corset, is that a better example? If I want to play in a corset...
Please do. I want to see that.
Okay,
that would be interesting.
But you should have the same response. No, that's not appropriate attire because you can't move.
I just want to see the comical thing about it.
I don't agree that they should. I agree with you.
You don't have a problem with people playing in jeans? That's such a pet peeve of mine.
It's their prerogative. Check out our fashion episode. I'll link it like here if I can figure out how to do it, and we'll.
Back when?
Yeah, back when. That was a good one.
What about your wish list? Like, I always think, yeah, sure, we have a bar now, we have food, but what they don't have is like a coffee bar or a smoothie bar. Like, I know that some gyms...
Some have... I think some have.
Really? A smoothie bar? I have not been to a club. Well, maybe that's the one place I haven't been to.
Yeah.
But I haven't been to one where you can go and get like a protein shake.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a place like that, or an iced coffee. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool. That probably is my wish list.
That goes back to what I was saying about my coworker equating it to like not being a sport because it's like a bowling alley. I would prefer...
Bowling is not a sport?
What?
Who are your coworkers?
The idea that anyone can go and do it, right? And it's like a night out. It's a social thing, right? I like the idea of what you're saying, to make it feel more like a gym. Make it feel, and this is just my own personal opinion, make it feel like you're going to work out. You're going to do a sport, right?
You just don't want to shower afterwards.
I will go home and shower. I don't know why you are obsessed with me showering.
Because you were like, we don't need a shower.
I smell good. Okay, we don't need a shower. My wish list would be, along the same lines as you. Like, make it feel healthier, right? Don't give me crap options in the vending machine. Like, make pickleball a sport that people are engaging in healthy habits. Right. Like, you, as a venue, can change the way that people view pickleball.
And just don't make it too expensive, though, because when we're asking for all of these things, the prices are probably going to go up, you know? But just make it for everyone so that we can...
Make it inclusive.
Inclusive, price-wise.
Yeah, I agree.
Friendliness-wise.
I agree.
Bathroom-wise.
Oh, my God. We'd really love to hear from you guys about, like, what you look for in venues.
Yeah.
Your likes, your dislikes, what your wish list would be. So go ahead, leave a comment.
Maybe they're listening and they'll
absolutely
make our wishes come true.
We just really want to thank all the places that have opened up on Long Island. There's a ton of places to play now, which has only allowed the sport to grow, which is super exciting. We seriously love them all. Yeah. Each one has something we enjoy, something we don't enjoy about it. Right. So
Right. And we're holding a tournament at one of these places, right?
Yeah, check it out.
Probably one of our favorite places, too.
Yeah, Sunday, March 8th at Topspin. Super excited. Love the venue, love the facility and the women. So, yeah. Great. Check it out.